1 month ago, my husband David passed away. We were together for 26 years, and I miss him terribly. And he was a tall, intelligent, down to earth, non-judgmental guy, and really just, he liked more simple things in life. So today, how I wanted to share how I am processing the grief by using color. Since I am an aura intuitive, I tend to go back to color to help me through my human stuff. So anyway, today is all about how the colors of grief and how you can process your energy that way. So usually the first stages of when you're going through grief are shock and denial. Your loved one, a lot of your life is based on your loved one, and even your choices of where you go to drink coffee, places you go, things you do, what you value. And so obviously this is a hard stage to get through because it just seems so surreal, like you're in a dream when this happens. So the best color actually for this is pitch black. And we're talking nighttime when it's dark, there's no street lights, how dark that is. And most people would think, oh, that's not a very good color. But actually, it's a perfect color to focus on for that, because then it's just like if you're an empath and you're overwhelmed because you're in a department store or in a crowd. If you would focus on nighttime and imagine that pitch black energy, it actually calms you down and allows you to not be so overwhelmed by the shock, by the denial. The next stages are anger and guilt. And of course, these can come at any time. And I know sometimes the different stages move around and you think you have basically gotten over or grieved enough and they show up. But anger and guilt is obviously, why why didn't I talk to them more? Why didn't I do more things with them? Why wasn't I nicer to them? And then you're also angry because you're like, why would you leave me? So the whole thing about this is that you would think, there again, a calmer color will calm you down. But in this case, you actually need flame red. So we're talking, imagine red flames. And the reason why is that those flames will transmute that energy, will allow you to process that anger and not just stuff it inside, not just resist it. And also guilt. Guilt and shame are about the lowest vibration. So of course, they're so ingrained in our society for us to feel guilty about our life, about what we've done, what we haven't done. And so that flame red, when you're focused on your guilt and saying, okay, I fully accept that I feel angry and I feel guilty. And now I want the flames to come along and just transmute all that energy, burn up that energy and turn it into something better. So another stage of grief is about having the courage to face the change that you will have in your life. All of a sudden everything you based your life on is going to change. You're usually people start to obviously purge things. They might go on a diet, they might cut their hair, they're again, like I said before, may start going to different coffee shops, different restaurants. So it's a lot of change all at one time. So the best way to have that courage to allow yourself to change is to focus on the color fuchsia. Fuchsia, like I said, is it's a wonderful color because it gets you in that space of allowing that change to just kind of unfold for you. It's not so shocking when you have that color of fuchsia. The next stage is redefinition of you and your surroundings. So in other words, the new identity that you are. And so suddenly when, let's say, your parents pass away, you're alone. You may have sisters or brothers, but you kind of feel that emptiness, and suddenly you have to figure out who you are in the world without having your parents there. So the color that is best for this is flamingo pink, and flamingo pink makes you just like the fuchsia in a way. It allows you to be seen, like you're not afraid to be seen within your new identity, and allows you to really feel like you can embrace the new identity of who you are. So one of the last stages that I'm going to go over is about letting go of the past and embracing the future, and also staying grounded through it all, through the new decisions you have to make. And if it's, for a husband and wife, it's about making decision of now it's about me. It's no longer about compromise with a spouse. So it is about that letting go of the past, embracing the future, and really feeling centered in what is going on. So the two colors that help you with that, first of all, to let go of the past, you would use blue turquoise. Blue turquoise is basically the color of freedom. It frees up energy. It helps you feel not so quite overwhelmed with what's going on. And obviously you're going to still have memories, but you're no longer attached to the past. You know that those are part of your life. So you look back at them as, wow, I that's part of me, but look how far I've come. So then the next stage is about that embracing the future. And the best color for that is a translucent orange. So like a very clear, almost see-through glass orange. And that helps you, like I was saying, with the identity. It has a lot to do with how to embrace the new identity that you have. Suddenly you are single if it's a spouse, and if it's parents, suddenly you're there again. If you went to your parents for guidance, you're on your own. You have to make the decisions. And so it's a really wonderful shift in a way to have this translucent orange. It will help you to make the decisions you need to make. The process I use to use these colors to help me through these stages of grief is I ask every day. Every day I ask. I usually do some form of meditation, but I also ask every day, is there any anger or guilt that I need to release? So when I ask that, then I would take 5 little bit deeper breaths, but just not a full deep breath, but just 5 breaths. And then you imagine that the color, in this case, the anger and guilt would be flame red, is going into your lungs, moving into your body, and then going out to your aura. So you would go through each one of these stages of grief and the colors that I mentioned, and you're going to take 5 breaths, ask that it fill your aura, fill your body, fill your lungs, and just allow yourself to process that. It is a form of release. So you may yawn, you may cry, you may shout, you may want to beat on a pillow. Any way that you can process this, but the colors will help you along the way to process that energy. I hope this video can help you to process your grief. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. subscribe, and share it with your family and friends. And I'll see you in the next video.